there's a will, there's an A. High school. Very few people use study techniques. Getting good grades is easy if right tools are used. Sledgehammer, sharp, axe example. Students get credit for right answers. Attendance, front row seating, improve grades. Experiment and ask questions to improve. Get creative. Study less, learn more, study smart. First to last things you study are easiest to recall. Concentration peaks at beginning, end of studying. Increase your firsts and lasts. Study in short bursts. Carry index cards with you. Turn in picture-perfect exams. Use erasable pens. Northwestern rewrite Blue Book experiment example. Rewritten Blue Books got higher grades. Appearance counts. Psychologically beautiful presentations, speeches, are scary. Use props to give speeches easily. Shift focus from people to prop. Left brain logical. Right brain creative. Nightlight example and freshman student speech example. Put notes on back of props. This eliminates fear of forgetting speech. Props also take focus off of you. Psychological technical tricks can be helpful. Pen or lucky pen example. Elephant string example of learned helplessness. Change your psychology with techniques that work. Dog scratching door example. Take advantage of time. Use frustrating waiting time to study. Use index cards during downtime. Mind needs intervals between absorbing, learning, memorizing information. Long-term memory takes place by intervals. Tape recorder for lectures and reading notes. Trouble learning. Read, listen, write, watch. Use techniques to learn things. Psychologically, you can begin to believe anything. Goals. Write goals regularly. Make them specific. State them positively. War veteran golf example of visualization. Set goals in all important areas of life. Put your goals in time frames. Keep score. Let your goals belong to you alone. Trumpet player example regarding time and goals. Yellow markers postpone learning. Mark what you don't know. Review and car manual example about driving. John Kennedy example of pronunciation. Learn to exercise your brain. Left brain logical, analytical. Right brain creative, artistic. Start doing left-right brain things. Read, watch, left-right brain media. You can program your brain for success. Reading group example of learned expectation. Psyched into success. Approach left-right brain people appropriately. Example, law student in swim class. Exercise your muscles and your brain. Super learning book suggestions. Tense up, smile, warm up, recapture great experiences. Imagine, plan for success. Basketball mind example. Repeat positive affirmations. Henry Ford. If you think you can, you're right. If you think you can't, you're still right. Mental games exercises. Example, puzzles, chess. Brain gets tired like muscles. Prop up feet. Blood oxygen efficiency. Deep breaths. Eat something sweet. Brain thrives on meditation. Pick out techniques that work for you. Cybernetics and other books. Choose what classes you like. Don't be afraid to get out of a bad situation. Blimp sailor example of hanging on too long. Successful investors are those who get out early. Make the best of all situations. Concentration example with lion, cat, and leaning forward. Get to know your teachers. Pick good teachers over good courses. Pie example of over-effectiveness. Psychological edge equals over-effectiveness. Sometimes the difference between an A or a B is timing. After a bad test, ask teacher to go over test and explain where you went wrong. Full speed ahead. Overstudy for 1 week. Overreach, then recover. Psychologically, we remember first things. Example, Kleenex, Xerox, etc. Success and failure is a mindset. I will do it. I'm going to give it all I got. One-arm friend example of persistence. Remember, persistence wins. Develop and learn to use your memory. Memory books. Word association techniques to link. President's example. 3 kinds of memory. Rote, relearn, recognition, and link. Use all senses when memorizing. Example, read, listen, and write. Extra credit. View optional extra credit as mandatory. Turn in all extra credit. If no extra credit offered, ask what you can do. When you turn in extra credit, ask for another. Ask teachers what you can do to raise your grade. Increase your reading power. Read actively for learning with pen in hand. Make up test questions. Almec problem example. Write questions after chapter headings. Warm up before reading. Example, visualize, think about topic. If you get tired, stand up and read. Chemical changes take place when you learn. Example, brain memory and muscle memory. Study according to your biological clock. 3 types of people, night owl, early bird, and normal. Biological clock, biorhythm, sets your type. Study when the time is right for you. Metabolism, fast, slow, depending on type of time and day. Master the art of studying. Study first, then play. Do the hard stuff first, then easy stuff. Basketball, rain example. Driving, basketball example. Vince Lombardi, I do not expect perfection. I do expect excellence. Edit friends' papers to learn more. Study old exams. Look for patterns. Find patterns that exist because they are easy to follow. Become an expert test taker. Look at tests like a contest. Warm up psychologically. Psych up for success. Read what successful students read. Don't read what unsuccessful students read. Sit up front. Less distractions in front. Closer to teacher, board. Psychological barriers are in the mind. Weightlifter and banister example. Watch out for limiting words on tests. That is, all, only. A lot of exceptions for all and only. Nutrition, diet affect grades. Use positive words. Write short paragraphs. Volume does pay. Use headings. Answer easy questions first. Builds confidence. Leave room for more information on essay exams. Ask teacher to clear up ambiguities. First hunch is usually right on true-false questions. Hunches are based on knowledge. Tennis example of coming back. Fail first test, you can come back. Take worthwhile notes. Be brief. Use keywords. Review notes immediately after class. Use index cards and study in short spurts. Copy notes in case of losing notes. The key to perfect papers. Cheeseburger, milkshake, critique, and comparison example. Appearance of papers count. Extra garnish, seal example. Compare your own work to a 4-star restaurant. Presentation of material is very important. Image matters. Mapping for writing papers. 5 topic sentences. Space after each topic. Edit refined paper. Write first draft informally. Nova example of how names affect people. Similar example, that is Ford Turtle versus Ford Mustang. Read test books before class. Stay 50 pages ahead. Potential exam questions are often revealed in last minutes of class. Become an educated guesser. Don't skip questions you can't answer. Make a mark by the question. Use abbreviations in note-taking. Use keywords. Tape record lectures. Read notes aloud. Studying foreign languages. Choose the right teachers. 1/3 of jobs have work overseas. 4 out of 5 new jobs are created by foreign trade. 3% of high school students are competent in foreign languages. Choose a foreign language you like. You'll do best at the things you like and enjoy. Get involved with your language. Magazines, stamps, coins, trips are examples. Memorize out loud. Have labels around the room. Stay 1 lesson ahead to make each class like a review. Studying math and science. Only 6% of high school students know algebra. Don't try to learn overnight. Study with a friend or parent. Think as algebra as a puzzle or a riddle. 10 to 12 key principles to answer 80% of math problems. We learn by making mistakes. Don't be afraid to make mistakes. Don't be afraid to ask for help. Athletes always have coaches. Work science math 1 step at a time. Math science formulas can be written on test. Study cram right before test, then rewrite formulas. Look for daily applications of math and science. Learn tricks and shortcuts techniques from teachers. Precision alone will add about 20% to grades. That is, write figures clearly, place columns precisely, copy numbers correctly. Attendance. Attendance and sitting in front are more important than studying hard. Professor Olney's class attendance example with tests and attendance. Missed classes means lower grades. Financing your education. Time to start financing college is when in high school. 1 to 2 activities increases grades. Inactive students' grades are lower. 10 to 15 activities, students' grades are lower. Good grades get scholarships. Take advantage of financial aid offered. $4 billion in grants scholarships annually. Neatness is necessary for scholarship applications. Prepare for the ACT and SAT tests. Take tests early to get the best courses. Grades are important and prepare you for ACT, SAT tests. Honors classes prepare more than easier courses. 10 SATs, book or similar books. Practice under ACT and SAT conditions. 3.5 hours in library or undisturbed area. Trial test taking increases scores. First questions are usually easiest. Trust your brain. Last questions are hardest and deceptive, tricky answers. The last questions, if you do not know answer, take least likely answer. 4% of students get last questions right. Make up a sentence with analogy questions. College bound. Peace of mind is worth something. Confidence, satisfaction are priceless. Stay mentally, spiritually, and physically fit. People are living longer. People who attend religious service are less likely to have heart attacks.